Hi, goddesses. Today on TAWSK, Things a Woman Should Know, we'll talk about Kegels, pelvic floor exercises. We've heard Kegels on women's magazines, women's health support groups, doulas, midwives, and childbirth care services rave about it. Have you tried Kegels before? Or joined the yoni egg trend to strengthen your pelvic floor? But what really is Kegel? And why is it so important for you? Well, let's dive in. Your pelvis is the area between your hips that holds your reproductive organs. It supports the womb and the bladder, and also the bowels. Did you know you've got muscles in the pelvic floor? Your pelvic floor muscles are a group of muscles that form a small sling or hammock that runs between your pelvic bone and the front of your body to your tailbone at the end of your spine at the back. If the muscles are weak, the pelvic floor these pelvic organs may lower into a woman's vagina. Besides being extremely uncomfortable, a weak pelvic floor may lead to issues such as inability to control your bowels or bladder, and can also cause urinary inconsistencies. After pregnancy, childbirth, surgery, aging, excessive straining from constipation, or chronic coughing, weight gain, and being overweight can weaken your pelvic muscle floors. Men may also experience weakening in the muscles of the pelvic floor as they age. This can lead to inconsistencies of birth urine and feces, especially if the man had prostate surgery. Why do Kegel exercises? Both women and men can benefit from Kegel exercises. It's great for women after childbirth and men too. Kegels make the muscles of your pelvic floor stronger. They can make sex better by giving you more feeling during an orgasm and greater control over ejaculation. So, what are Kegel exercises? Kegel exercises are simple clench and release exercises that you can do to make the muscles of your pelvic floor stronger. You can do them anytime and anywhere. Finding the pelvic floor muscles in women. Finding the right set of muscles can be tricky. One way to find them is by placing a clean finger inside your vagina and tightening your vaginal muscles around your finger. You can also locate the muscles by trying to stop urine mid-flow. The muscles you use for this action are your pelvic floor muscles. Get used to how you feel when you contract and relax. However, you should use this method for learning purposes only. It isn't a good idea to start and stop your urine regularly or to frequently do Kegels when you have a full bladder. Incomplete emptying of the bladder can raise your risk for urinary tract infection (UTI). Please note or caution: you could talk to your gynecologist if you still aren't sure you found the right muscles. They may recommend using an object called a vaginal cone. You insert a vaginal cone into the vagina and then use your pelvic floor muscles to keep it in place. Doulas and women support groups also sell yoni eggs if you're into that. Finding the pelvic floor muscles in men. Men often have the same kind of trouble when it comes to identifying the correct group of pelvic floor muscles. For men, one way to find them is to insert a clean finger into the rectum and try to squeeze it without tightening the muscles of the abdomen and buttocks or thighs. Another helpful trick is to tense the muscles that keep you from passing gas. If you're still having trouble, practice stopping a flow of urine. As with women, this is a reliable way to locate the pelvic floor muscles, but it shouldn't become a regular practice. Let's get started. How do you start Kegel exercises? Start slowly. Try squeezing your pelvic floor muscles for 3 seconds, then release for 3 seconds. Do this 10 times in a row. That's 1 set. If you can't do 10, do as many as you can and build up over time. Try to work up to 1 set of 10 Kegels 2 or 3 times a day. Over the next several days, practice until you can hold your muscle tense for a count of 10. Your goal should be to do 3 sets of 10 repetitions every day. Always empty your bladder before doing Kegels exercise. As a beginner, you should find a quiet, private place to sit or lie down before doing your exercises. As you practice, you'll find you can do them anywhere. Give it a go and share your experience with Kegels. We would love to know in the comment section below. Next, we'll talk about V-steam, herbs, and stools. Task: things a woman should know. Bringing out the goddess in you that you are. Rachel is a singer, neuropathic coach, and women's sex therapist, DIY and holistic remedies guru, food lover running a hospitality business. Ray mentions she's gardening or on food adventures, hunting for new recipes you eat and put on your skin, storytelling with voiceovers, and dancing on paper with her writing. You can find her on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at Rachel Rabbit, at t.a.w.s.k, at Task, at Rabbit Voices, and at Ray Mentions.